Hi, this is Steve Mack here again. Today I'm working on a tech house record. Just like the other course I done a few weeks ago, which was more based on the disco sound. I'm going to start the way that I did it before by building the drums rhythm track on the Akai MPC. So I've loaded some sounds up onto the pads, so I'll go through them. Kick drum, a sort of it's like a percussion sound, but I'm actually using that for more the bass. Sort of shaker, tom, hi-hat, snare, another hi-hat, a frog, shaker, a big sort of proggy sound. We've got a couple of vocals, it's cabasa, and yeah, okay, so we start the track off, record, right, so this I'm going to use as a bass line now, so I'm going to record it here. Right, if you notice with that, I've tuned the kick drum. Now I'm just getting up the tuning facilities here. Where is it? There. That's the bass sound. So this kick drum I'm using, it's actually got like it's like I've got a bass tone to it. So what I tend to do with a lot of my drum sounds is try and keep everything in key, so it just makes it just makes everything so much easier and everything makes sense. Even when it comes down to mixing the track, everything's in key. It just kind of all blends, works together. Maybe, a lot of producers don't tune their drums, but I always do, and it's a really good thing to do. So where this kick I was explaining, it has a bass tone in it. So with the bass tone in the sort of percussion sound there, I've got between the kick and the bass, it's giving me a bass line. It's a really simple one, but it's like, so I go. So you see, so I've recorded that in, as we know. So now it's already given me a sort of bass of my track. So next, yeah, what I'll do is once I, which I'll explain later, once I've finished with the using the MPC, the drum machine, I take every sample out and turn them into stems, and then I put it into Logic. So then we go. Yeah, it's just a shaker there, and that's sort of like on. So it's on the every second like hi-hat of the beat. Right, I'm gonna. Right, this is one of the hi-hats I've used. You can actually hear it's got a bit of noise on it, more in the bottom end area. What I'll do with that sound is I'll actually once I get it into Logic is clean it up. I'll put an EQ on it and filter out the bass. Yeah, I've recorded this one straight. Let's see. Right, next. Oh, it's the frog, which yeah, I don't know why I put that in there actually, but I suppose it just fills the percussion part out a bit. Okay. Yeah. Boop. I've got this other hi-hat here doing exactly the same pattern as this one. It's just 16th notes and note repeat again. So 2 together. Yeah, once this one here, once you take that EQ out, they should sit really nicely together. Okay, the next sound was, let's see. Tom drum. Yep, so we put that in the mix. Okay, next. Decide it's Cabasa sound, but I'm using it as a hi-hat. I tend to like using these sounds for hi-hats because they're just very they're quite full. The frequency in them is quite big, so it does fill the gaps. Say if you've got just like a quite a thin sound like that, where you could see it just really makes it crunchy and sits in the mix nicely. So that let's put that in. Take it out. Right, this one, yep, just a shaker sound. It's just on the 1. So yeah, I think it looks like the way I've recorded this one is like with no swing on this one, so it's a bit more straight, but it all sounds nice. It all works well together. So let's put the shaker in. As you can see now, with all the sounds together, it's starting to feel like a good drum track. Right, next sound. What do we have here? Right, okay. Yeah, it's like a big, I don't know, it's like big sort of progressive stabby thing, but again, it's yeah, it's more of a synth sound, but I'm using it as a percussion sound, and I like to work some of my synth musical sounds into the drums, because when you're programming the sounds with the drums, it gives it like an instant feel. They all really fit nicely together. I do it quite a lot with bass lines. So when you do a bass line, it really sits with the drums. It just feels really nice, and it can work vice versa as well. I mean, a lot of the analog synths we use in the studio now, and we pull up one. There's one we use quite a lot, the Sequential Circuits Pro 1, and because it's got no MIDI on it, we always have to CV gate it, and sometimes you're just like, oh, I can't be bothered. So it is set up, and then sometimes it doesn't work. It does. So we end up just playing it live. and then we can like edit the audio around on the screen and to get it, see how it feels. But you know, there's so many ways you can do these things. These are just examples. So anyway, back to the prog sound. Let's put that in the mix. Right. I think what I've done is this bass sound, I've placed that wrong because where it was going with the snare. Let's go back. Let's turn that off a minute. Put the snare in. There we go. Yeah. So I'm going to delete that. Yeah, it feels better like that. So I'm going. That's better. Yeah, the bass is sitting much better now. Right. Yeah, okay. Vocal. Yeah, vocals. I just grab bits from here, there, and everywhere. I'm just. It's like it's mad. When you go anywhere where you go out for dinner, or you know, you're out in a bar or something, and there's always something playing in the background. And I always find, as like where I've been producing records for so many years, I'm always in the back of my head, is subconsciously I'm always listening to sounds and ideas, samples, and you just find things from weird, crazy places. Anyway, so yeah, I've got. I've just put a couple of vocals in there. One sort of says Jack. So we could do, you know, go Chicago. The other says Do It Right. So we're going to call this record Do It Right. So right, this is what I've got. I'll put this in the mix. And again, I'm placing the vocals just as I would with the drums. So we go to track 13, and we've got the Jack one. So it's like it goes, and it's yeah, they just counteract each other, and they work off the drums. Let's put that in. And that's it. Basically, that's all I need to do. So now I'll go. I'm just selecting through the tracks here. I'm actually using the controller, so that's why I'm not moving the mouse around so much. But look, you can see here. There's my track. I'm going back to track 1, which is a kick drum. Okay, so all my drums, they sound good. They're all in tune. Now I want to get them into Logic. So I want to stem each sound separately. So right, track 1, I go to this box in the corner here. I press this, pick it up, and drop it in samples. I've made this folder earlier, so I was prepared for this, doing this lecture. Anyway, so yeah, we drop all the samples we're going to take into here. Right, track 2, which is the bass. Press it, pick it up, drop it in the folder. Track 3, track 4, track 5, track 6, track 7, track 8, track 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so now we have our stems. They're only I've set it's 2 bars, the stem. So let's just have a quick listen. Kick drum, bass, snare, and so on. Okay, now we're going to jump over to Logic and put this stuff in.
Thanks everybody for watching, commenting and indeed liking. We really do appreciate all the support we get here on our Sonic Academy YouTube channel. So if you found this video super useful, please, we'd love you to hit the subscribe button. We update the YouTube channel every week with new content. And if you want to watch some more relevant content, just click on the videos beside me.